Alright, this tutorial is on how to quickly separate audio that is all on one track for the purpose of processing elements independently of one another. Here I've got a 1-hour podcast recording and the two participants are recorded at very different levels. The most convenient way to rectify this while also providing yourself with the option to do other processing and perfecting to your heart's content is to drop the file into a multitrack session, split the audio into separate regions, and then drag like regions to another track so they can be processed independently. Let's quickly do this with this recording. Here I've got the audio file. I'm going to switch to multi-track mode. I'm going to drop the audio file in there. And now I'm going to zoom in just enough. And I'm going to split this file into regions using the split command, which is hotkey Command K, but it's under clip, split. Command K right there, and you can see I've split there, and then I'm just going to scroll along and split at the points that I see the audio changing levels. And it doesn't have to be perfect, especially since you can slide things around later, but basically I'm just going to quickly scroll through this and break to the best of my ability between the loud spots, Command K, and the quiet spots. All right, now with the entire track chopped up, and remember we can slide these points around later if we want to change something, or we don't like the way we cut it, or any of those things. It's completely flexible. With the entire track chopped up now, I'm going to you could go either way on this. I'm going to select all the quieter sections, and then I'm going to drag them all down to the second track. So let's go through and do that. And I'm going to select them all at once by selecting one and then holding the Command key and selecting subsequent ones, and that's just going to let me select them like that. And then I'm going to zoom in now a little bit and scan through real quick and get any small short pieces that I might have missed. Again, holding the Command key, I'm going to click there. So now I've got I'm scanning through here, and I've got all the small pieces selected. All right, I've got all of the quieter sections selected now. I'm zoomed out, I'm showing the whole file, and now all I got to do is grab and move. I can take the move icon, I can grab any one of these larger files. Oh, by the way, I want to be in snap mode for this. I'm going to go edit, snapping, enabled, and it is enabled right now. So when I drag this down, it will lock into its position, its timeline position, so nothing will get out of time. And again, if I made a mistake, it's easy to change. So this is just the big macro move here. So here we go. I'm going to grab this one, and they're all going to come. Boom. And it's done. I have got the quieter sections on the track 2 and the louder sections on track 1. Now I'm just going to go ahead and turn track 1 down by 10 dB, minus 10 there, and I'm going to turn track 2 up by 6 dB. That should be pretty good. And now when I play that file, I'm going to get a nice volume. I'm going to turn snapping off by hitting S because
let's talk culture, politics, faith. 2 days ago.
So there's the quiet parts. Here's the loud parts.
Everybody deserves it.
They're pretty matched. I could do some special stuff with this one here. Maybe I could Command K to break that section out right there. I could even drag that down to a third track down here somewhere. I forgot I don't have snapping on, but I can turn snapping back on. Check this out. I can move it. It'll snap itself back into position. And I could process that a little bit differently. Maybe I could push that louder by 3 dB. There we go. Now that's all in there. Now I've got this whole thing done, and I just need to bounce that to a new file. And on average, the audio is pretty even. With these spikes and stuff are just anomalies because of the editing. So I'm going to just hard limit this whole thing by about 15 dB and just cut all those spikes off and cut off the extra audio, and it's going to end up looking like this. There you go. Audio is leveled.
He was always the person who I'd go do things with. When you don't speak your truth and you don't go out there and
keeping someone that disrespects me, if I tell you you're hurting me.
So that's pretty good. And if I want to make any other changes, I certainly can. I could turn this section up right here real quick if I wanted to just fix that. Have some music there. If I wanted to go back to the multi-track session and make other changes and then bounce it again, I can totally do that. But otherwise, that is how to quickly separate audio in order to be able to process individual elements independently from one another. And I'm done with this.